Welcome to the 34th episode of Gary's English Learning Center. Today we are going to talk about the Da Vinci Code.
The true Da Vinci Code, really, not Dan Brown's apocryphal novel.
I have to say Dan Brown is rubbish.
He's apocryphal.
Apocryphal. So what about this Leonardo da Vinci?
Yeah, Leonardo da Vinci.
Line of Victory.
Yeah, so if we break the word down, lion or Leo as in the star sign, you see?
Yeah.
Just like, Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
The film star?
Yeah.
So that's the Leo and Capricorn.
Oh.
Right? That's why he's called that. Yeah?
No. Oh, okay. I better ask him next time when I meet him.
He won't admit it, though.
No.
Of course, he's going to lie to you.
Yeah. Okay. Nostradamus. Who's that?
Well, just go back to the... So we go back... See the helicopter again? Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I always think the helicopter is something very strange to me.
Why?
I just get it's just a feeling thing, You can't do everything by intelligence. There's also a thing called instinct and intuition, which they're trying to rub out of us,
Okay. Yeah.
That's part of what the fluoride in your toothpaste is about, trying to get rid of the.
Yeah. But what about any relation between these two pictures?
I think she's actually not terribly, she's got the testicles, but she's not terribly feminine. She's no.
She's actually
a bit androgynous. Really.
No, she's actually Leonardo himself.
Yeah, I think maybe
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nostradamus, Our Lady.
Yeah, we break it up: Nostra, Our, and Damus, Our Lady.
Our Lady.
And again, this guy's. Could he really look into a pot of water and predict all those things?
No, I don't think so.
And prophesy all those things? No. So this is, again, it's called predictive programming.
Yeah.
So if somebody tells you that something is going to happen, then it does happen.
Yeah.
Then you start to believe the guy.
Yeah.
And then you think it's fate.
Yeah.
You think whatever he says is going to be fate. So when
when it comes to fate, people will feel that you can do nothing about that.
That's right, yeah, that's right. And it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, Yeah, that's right. And they feel helpless,
Yeah.
That's what he was there for,
Yeah. Plato.
Yeah, Plato. So again, he goes, and his most famous work was the Republic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And, this is the thought I had, again, from intuition and Plato and Play-Doh. But the Republic was his most famous work, which is what the Freemasons go by. It's almost a Bible to them, really, as a model for society.
Yeah.
And how there would be different stratas of society for different functions.
Yeah.
And even interbreeding different kinds of people for different jobs.
Plato said that.
Yeah.
In the Republic.
That's right. He read it as well.
Yeah.
But then think, what's the connection to Play-Doh, right? Not just because it's got the same. I wasn't the first thought, right? I just found this on the internet, so I'm not the first person to have this thought. But Play-Doh is quite toxic.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it has some boric acid and all kinds of things. They won't tell you because it's proprietary. It's a secret, So they won't tell you. So, but actually, there's a lot of poison, and if you think about. It's going to affect the children quite adversely, So that's all part of the plan, you see.
Yeah. The Vedas. How to say this one?
Vedas, the Vedas.
The Vedas.
Yeah,
that was 2000 BC.
Yeah.
A kind of books.
Written on the banks of the Indus, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the kind of the original texts of the Hindus, really, yeah.
Ancient texts.
Yeah, ancient texts, So. You would think, well, am I crazy? Darth Vader, 1977. You must know I'm crazy by now, But if we go to the next one, there's some. They wrote in the Vedas. It says here when
flowers will be begot within flowers and fruits within fruits, then will the yuga come to an end, and the clouds will pour rain unceasingly when the end of yuga approaches.
So in the language of those days, you see, this is actually genetic engineering.
Yeah.
This is actually something like Monsanto.
Yeah.
How did they know?
Yeah.
How did they know?
Yeah.
And the yuga they're talking about, I didn't get that. Sorry, is Kali Yuga.
Kali Yuga.
Yeah, the age of
the dark ages.
Yeah, they just self-destruction. Yeah.
Self-destruction.
Like Kali Calcutta.
Yeah, Calcutta.
Yeah, where I used to work. All ties in. And the next one, you see, the next one here, And
the sun, from the hour of its rising to that of setting, will be enveloped by Rahu, and then deity of 1,000 eyes will shower rain unceasingly. And when the end of the yuga comes, crops will not grow in abundance. That is about the present age.
And funnily enough, see, Rahu is actually it's like smog, that's the polluted air, right?
In China.
Yeah, especially in China, but in most places these days. Now, it's funny you said the deity of 1,000 Isis. It's funny you mispronounced it correctly in a way, right? Because 1,000 Isis. Isis was the god. IS was the goddess of 1,000 eyes, right?
I knew that.
Yeah, you knew that. That's why you did it.
Yeah.
I knew. I knew you knew. You knew I knew you knew I knew, didn't you?
Yeah. Then
so how did they know? Yeah. Unless they'd seen the plan.
Kali.
Maybe not read all this, but anyway, it just tells of a fight.
I want to read this. I want. Kali is the reigning lord of Kali Yuga and nemesis of Sri Kalki, the 10th and final avatar of Lord Vishnu. According to the Vishnu Purana, he is a negative manifestation of Vishnu who, along with his extended evil family, perpetually operates as a cause of the destruction of this world. He serves as an antagonistic force in the Kali Purana. Towards the end of this yuga, Kali will come riding on a white horse to battle Kali and his dark forces. The world will suffer a fiery end when all evil will perish, and in turn will start a new age, the age of Satya Yuga.
Satya Yuga. And Satya in Hindi means truth.
Truth.
Yeah, truth.
So after the present age, there will come the golden age of truth. With that?
Not really.
Not really?
I mean, they talk about the Satya Yuga, and they talk total peace. Well, total peace means when everybody has a brain chip. Which is not good, actually.
The brave new world.
Yeah, the brave new world is actually accomplished.
Angels and angles.
Yeah.
That's Freemasons.
Yeah,
tools.
so you see, but angels are really angles. Yeah, the angles of Freemason. Yeah,
Freemasons.
Yeah.
Angels and harps.
Mm-hmm. And that's the common, I don't know, coming from the West anyway, where you have this picture of going to heaven and the angels playing the harps. Maybe this kind of erotic image is closer to the original because you see they were doing it in Egypt again. Yeah. Harp
frequency active from Auroral. How to say it? Auroral Research Program, Melbourne, Alaska.
See, the aurora is actually like the aurora borealis is the northern lights. Those lights because of the electromagnetic radiation at the poles. But this is kind of localized and created by these these stations here. This is the one in Melbourne. This is the largest one in Alaska. They were emitted 49 in
But why would that project be allowed to perform or to run in the first place? Because it sounds quite dangerous.
Oh, it is dangerous, and there's actually in the late 70s there was a treaty signed by I can't remember how many nations, but a lot of nations that was signed the Weather Warfare Treaty.
You try not to mess with our atmosphere. Yeah, well,
it said we will not, to other countries, mind you, not to their own countries, do not create earthquakes.
Yeah.
We will not create tsunamis. Yeah. We will not create floods or droughts, etc., etc.
But all these disasters happen within the next 20 years or 30 years.
Within the last 20 or 30 years, I'm probably right. I'm within the next 20 or 30 years, and all those in China as well, and all the people have been forced into the cities. Somehow, but that's maybe that's material for another program, perhaps, Eddie.
Sure. But let us rush through these. Sir Francis Bacon.
Yep, Sir Francis, and if you do something for the great work, as they call it, then you will have little things named after you, like Sir Francis got Bacon named after. He must have loved his pork, mustn't he?
Yeah.
Because he got bacon named after
Did he
him.
make the bacon?
No, I doubt it, you know.
Yeah.
He must have eaten a lot, though. He must have loved it, you know.
Yeah. And then we have sandwich.
And maybe you put it in a sandwich. And this is the fourth Earl of Sandwich, who was the first admiral of the British Navy, who gave permission and gave the wherewithal for Captain Cook to go exploring and discover Australia and uncover, you see. And he also named what is now called the Hawaiian Islands, Sandwich Islands before,
Yeah.
But they've since been changed.
Biscuit.
And Giuseppe Garibaldi. I quite like this biscuit. So he was the Italian revolutionary.
Yeah.
And isn't it interesting that he the same MO as Cromwell? So he formed a People's Army. And after forming the People's Army, he handed it over. Well, Cromwell's son handed it back to the son of the king, right? You know, and having united Italy, Garibaldi, they had a meeting with Victor Emmanuel II, and handed the whole of Italy to this king.
But this guy has he was heading a secret society in it called Carbonara.
That's right, as well, which was the Mancini, who was a Freemason again. But he had a biscuit name. He went to England, and Huntley and Palmer's, the biscuit company, named a biscuit after him.
Okay. Mary Queen of Scots. Marmalade.
So she actually was kind of exiled and grew up as a till her teenage years in France, and Ma is sir and mom type of thing, and malade means sick. And apparently the apocryphal story goes that she was sick and they gave her this marmalade and
with poison.
Oh no, just marmalade, But I love marmalade. It's just very, marmalade on toast is.
Does this have something to do with Lady Marmalade?
See, there you go. Lady Marmalade again.
So we go back to apocryphal system.
That's rounding up this little program about. Next is the
interesting etymology.
Well, I hope our viewers found it interesting.
Sure, of course. And I guess all those people who are watching this program will find this interesting too.
And we kind of bake two cakes in one oven. That's my idiom. We can you can learn English and learn something as well. Learn something about the world or the system.
And conclusion is that the world is not what it seems.
That is a brilliant conclusion.
So
I can't better that. I can't top that.
See you next time.
See you next time. Bye bye.
梁錦祥工作室喺呢一個網絡言論自由被打壓嘅年代，我哋依然堅持自我，做好節目，堅拒自我審查，因為我哋相信內容有價，而你哋嘅支持就至關重要。請大家訂閱梁錦祥工作室 Patreon， 並立刻成為付費會員，守護自由言論。而我哋喺 YouTube 頻道上面嘅每一節節目，都要麻煩大家記得按讚、分享、留言同埋撳鐘仔啊！感謝大家一直支持梁錦祥工作室節目。